Welcome to Taste and Toast, a new series that I'm going to be doing where I will bake or cook a recipe with you while enjoying Portuguese wine and telling you about it. Now, I'm enjoying the wines while I bake or cook. This is not to be paired with the actual food. However, sometimes it will work. But I will be telling you what you can pair the wine with if you don't want to just enjoy it during the day when you're cooking dinner or you're baking. So, cheers. So the wine that I'm going to be enjoying while I bake this recipe with you today is from a winery called Casa de Tugera. They are based in the Vinho Verde region of Portugal, which is the northernmost region, wine region in Portugal. It borders Spain and the Atlantic Ocean. This is a red wine, a dark, inky red wine. It's stunning. I love it. Anyways, it's a blend of the Vinhão grape, Boraçal, and Amaral. Those are all native Portuguese grapes, and they're all absolutely phenomenal. Together, they make a beautiful blend of just a wine that you want to enjoy during the day with friends. It's one of those wines that's perfect for fall because it's not what you expect from a red wine. The wine is unexpected. I think that's why I love it for the fall and to just enjoy during the day. You would think, because it's this inky, dark red color, that it's going to be super full-bodied and tannic, but it is not. It is in true Vinho Verde style, so it has a slight effervescence, which I think leads to it being a good drink to enjoy by itself. You don't need to pair it with food, so it is fun to enjoy while we're going to be baking. But it does pair really well with food. We'll talk about it later. Let's get started. After I take a sip, let's get started with our recipe. So we are first going to cream 1 cup melted butter with 1 cup white sugar and half a cup of brown sugar. So let me put it all in here, get the mixer going, and then we'll talk some more. So you're going to cream 1 cup of melted butter with 1 cup of sugar and half a cup of brown sugar. Of course, take a sip. Now you're going to add in the 2 eggs, the espresso powder, the vanilla, and the vanilla bean, and mix until combined. Okay, we are combined. I'm just gonna scrape down a little bit of the sugar that just stayed up. Now you're going to add 2 cups flour, 1 teaspoon baking powder, and 1 teaspoon baking soda. And you're going to mix that until it's combined. Okay, we only have 2 more ingredients to mix in: the chocolate chips and the Rice Krispies. I use organic. use whatever you want. With chocolate chips, I use a mix of high-end chips, semi-sweet, and dark chocolate. I mix semi-sweet and dark chocolate. I think it adds better flavor to the cookies, but you can stick with whatever you like. If you only like milk chocolate, by all means use that. I just do not like milk chocolate. That never goes into my food. So anyways, while I'm going to add the Rice Krispies in, I want to tell you a little more about the wine. So the wine has notes, which is kind of where I'm going back to from earlier, is why it's not something you expect when you see this wine poured. It has a ton of blackberry, herbaceous notes, red fruit, but then it has like a slight floral note to it as well. But all of those things, it's beautiful because of that effervescence, making it a great, just middle of the day wine that you can enjoy without food. Personally, I love the effervescence. I think people need to give it a try if they haven't. And I think that's why I wanted to tell you about this wine, because it's something really fun. And I think most people haven't had an effervescent red wine before, and one that you would expect to be high in tannin and full bodied. This is a medium bodied red. It has slight tannin, but absolutely you don't need to cut it with fat or food. However, I do believe, and I know this for a fact, this wine is fantastic with lamb, goat, roast chicken. I mean, it pairs incredibly with those things. It's very diverse in how you can pair it. I mean, it would be delicious just with some cheese and crackers as well. So there's just so much you can do with this wine. And I think it's one of those wines that will really surprise people, and it will surprise you, I think, too. Anyways, I hope you try it. Now let me get back to baking.
Now add 2 cups of your Rice Krispies and 1 cup of chocolate chips. You're going to stir this or mix this until it's completely combined, and then you're going to scoop it out on your cookie sheet that's lined with parchment or a Silpat, whatever you choose. And then we're going to bake it in an oven at 400 for 10 to 13 minutes. You want to take them out when they're golden brown.
Okay, so while my cookies are baking, I just wanted to tell you a little bit more about the wine, or just put it all in one place. So again, the wine is from Casa de Tugera. They are based in the Basto sub-region of the Vinho Verde. I've actually been there. It's a beautiful region. I have not been to this vineyard. My next trip to Portugal, I will be, however, because I have had all of their wines that are imported in the US from the Vinho, which I will put their website for you all to be able to purchase this if you live in the US. Anyways, back to the wine. It's got beautiful red fruit, blackberries. It has an herbaceous quality and a little bit of floral, like a violet or something. If you don't pick up on any of those things, absolutely do not worry. This is something I do because I guess I need to. Whatever, I write about wine, so I pick up on these things and I smell everything. If you don't smell those things and you just go, it smells good, that is totally fine. There is no judgment. You don't need to smell what I smell. We have, our minds think of different things when we smell certain scents. So I just wanted to make that clear. Also, there's a slight effervescence. So it is a Vinho Verde style red wine. And Vinho Verde style red wines and white wines and rosés all have this slight effervescence. It goes back to how they were originally made, which the CO2 just kind of naturally occurred. However, now they inject it with CO2 usually to get that effervescence, which is great. It's really fun, it's unexpected, and it just kind of brings a smile to my face. Not everyone loves it, but because I think they think that if you want to be in the know in wine, you can't like like an effervescent, light-bodied red wine, or ignore all that snobbery. We don't adhere to it. You like what you like. I love this. I will always be a huge fan of it. Anyways, let's get back to it. So it pairs beautifully with a roast chicken. You know, use some cumin, a little serrano pepper, black pepper, garlic, onion powder to, you know, cover the chicken in that and bake it, and it's beautiful with this wine. You can also do a lamb or a goat roasted burger would even work, a lamb or a goat burger. Goat empanadas would be stunning. They're on my mind because I just had goat empanadas 2 nights in a row, and I need to remake it. It was so good, but I digress. You can also just do something simple like cheese and crackers. You don't want to go for like a stinky cheese. You want to stick to a kind of neutral cheese. You can do a hard cheese. I happen to think like a manchego would be great with this. You could even do like a boursin, an herb-based like a cheese spread. That would also work nice, but you don't want to go like gorgonzola, blue. You don't want to go anything too stinky because I don't think that would pair well at all. But again, pair with what you want. If you just want to eat whatever food you have with the wine, do that as well. But I do suggest pairing this while baking or cooking. It's really fun and it makes the experience go by faster.